What's up, YouTube nerds? So we're back at this arena bullshit once again. See if we can get into a little bit of fuckery. Um, I apologize. If anybody's watching these replays, because I know people aren't really coming to my lives, that's cool. I just wanted you guys to have another outlet over here to check out on YouTube. If you want to watch the live streaming, because I don't do the Twitch shit. This is kind of my bag here. So what are we doing today? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to edit a deck, which I've just entitled You Lose. Now, here is what to do. So, basically, we've got just straight up old school Reanimator, which is fucking fire. There's nothing complicated you don't need to do and understand the theory of relativity to pull off these shenanigans. This takes less brain cells, if possible, than to run mono red, and that's saying something. So here's what's going on. So we're running Reanimator, basic bitch Reanimator. Overlord of the Bailmark, you know it, you love it. It's just ridiculous. 2 mana, you unpinned it, puts nummies in the graveyard. Not real complicated. And then you've got Lily, maybe the best 3-drop in all of Standard. If this comes into play and you don't deal with it, you've got a big ass problem on your hand, and she's there to kill shit and fill up your graveyard, and we love her. She is the boss bitch. So also to fill up our graveyard, we do have 3 Bitter Triumphs as well for some a little bit of additional removal. And we do have 1 Strategic Betrayal, just in case of some kind of Reanimator omniscience fuckery. We have at least some kind of protection. Obviously something like a Ghost Vacuum would probably be better, but I just really like this card. Swift Boots, essential to this deck. And this is because it's called You Lose because we're playing 3 Herald of the Eternal Dawn. This is in play. You can't lose and your opponents can't win. So, ideal world with the perfect draw, we're going to wait till turn 5, zombify the Herald of Eternal Dawn for 4, put on the Swifty Boots for the 1 additional mana, and then you can't be targeted. Now, obviously, people say, well, it's not indestructible. If it can't be targeted, barring a board wipe, your biggest issue isn't going to be a board wipe more times than not. Your biggest issue is going to be Momentum Breaker and Shieldred's Edict. Sacrifice shit. It sucks. But other than that, it's a banger. Now, I actually did run into a very interesting circumstance here, and I actually don't know what the result is, but I figured out something today. Progenitus has protection from everything, and what I learned today is it really does have protection from everything. Now, I don't know what happens, but if it is in your hand, or if it gets milled, by an Overlord of the Bailmark, guess what? It doesn't go to your graveyard. Now, I don't know if it shuffles back into your library or if it just disappears from the game forever. But yeah, it goes bye-bye. And so I need to take Progenitus out of the deck because I think it just causes you to lose it forever, which is one of those really weird things you never think will come up until it does. And it has come up on multiple occasions. And as you can see, one glaring omission, they're like, where's the Valgaboth? Where's the Valgaboth? Well, everybody fucking plays Valgaboth, and I get why. She's She bad. But I want to kind of go a different route here. So we do have the Jumbo Cactuar because, A, 10,000 damage is 10,000 damage. And what you really hope to do is reanimate Arden here, right? Who brings something back as a 5/5 demon with Menace, Lifelink, and Haste, which is just stupid. And ideally, if you can manage to get both of them in the background, you reanimate him, bring this out. Cha-ching. So yeah, we're also running Coma, World Eater. 8/12 uncountable trample ward 4 that makes you 4/3/3s when it hits damage. Yeah, Coma is hungry. Coma is always eating. And Coma is the truth. We've got 4 Unholy Annexes, which can win you games by themselves, and believe you me, they have and they will. 2 Absolute Virtues. You have protection from each of your opponents, which means you can't be dealt damage, enchanted, or targeted by anything controlled by your opponent. So if you have this in play with Swiftfoot Boots, they can attack you till the cows come home and you're not going to take any damage. Yeah, it's kind of redonkulous. But yeah, so we're going to get rid of the Progenitus. I'm probably just going to break down and play a Valgavoth, but I have a new favorite creature. I do. I have a new favorite creature that nobody plays, and I don't know why they don't play it, because it is stupid. I never even heard of it till I randomly came across it. And I think once more people discover this card, they're going to play the fuck out of it. Because one of the most popular creatures in Magic, I would have to say, judging by its $50, $60 price tag, is the Ancient Copper Dragon. And that one gives you treasures. This is the creature version of the Ancient Copper Dragon, and it's legal and standard, but nobody's playing it because people are a bunch of fucking sheep that just play everything that Ash Lizzle and all the main people out there are putting out there. Which, don't get me wrong, people like Ash Lizzle and Dr. Ruckus and CGB and Swayze and some of these other people, Mythic Mike, MTG Creative Combos. These guys are phenomenal deck makers, and there's some other people as well, for sure. But do your own shit. You ain't got to do everything that they do. Just because the pros are playing, it doesn't mean they're right. Just because 43% of the field isn't prowess doesn't mean they're right. Just because GG Untapped has some bullshit on there doesn't mean they're right. That just means someone hasn't broken the right deck to stomp all over them with, right? And that's just kind of my motto, right? Some of these decks that some of these people build, I definitely play. MTG Creative Combos, primary example. He comes up with some of the craziest, doable, insane shit. It's so fun, right? My first deck I ever built with was Ash Lizzles. Mythic Mike is the king of aggro and skeletons, and you gotta love him because he's the best budget deck builder on the planet. No question about it. Dr. Ruckus is a very, very good deck builder and player, and if you want to really get the insights into all the stats going on in Magic, this dude knows it. His only problem is, and no offense, bro, he's more interested in winning than having fun, and that's fine. I don't hate you for that at all. And so I'm just kind of going down a list here, and they all do. Just the other day, another one I forgot, MTG Malone. He made an this infinite mill combo that's just stupid and busted, and it's so much freaking fun to play, and it's got a very high win percentage. The only problem is, and so yeah, he makes some brilliant stuff too. The only problem with that deck, though, it's boring. It's boring as shit to play, but once the infinite combo pops off and you're sitting there just laughing your ass off while their whole deck auto mills, it's pretty fucking funny. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I like doing my own thing. I like making my own crazy combos. Right? So that's what we do here. We try other people's shit, and we try up some of my own crazy shit. And eventually, one of these days... Oh, you know what? It'd probably help a whole lot if I set this to some semblance of what it is I'm looking for here. Because I can't remember this creature's name, but it's 100% going in here, and it is just stupid. There it is, Ovika. How is nobody playing with this? This thing is fucking fire. Look at this. For 7 mana, which we're never going to pay for that, let's be honest. We're all about the couponing over here, right? It's a 6/6 flying, ward 3, pay 3 life. That's a pretty freaking decent amount of ward. I would say next to Valgavoth is maybe some of the best ward out there. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you create X/1/1 goblin creature tokens where X is the mana value of that spell. You know, and I was actually thinking about this just now as I was talking to you guys, right? Because let's say you reenact the crime on a Rise of the Dark Realm. What did that cost? 9? You can get 9/1/1s for 4 mana because you cast the card for free, but it's going to read the card's mana value, not what you paid for it, right? So you could be casting things like Omniscience, Rise of the Dark Realm, you know, things that cost 10 mana for 4 mana, and get all these tokens here. And, you know, if you've got like an Elspeth or a Doubling Season, or a freaking, you know, Innkeeper's Talent, you know, that's a lot of tokens. That's a lot of tokens. Or you could just get the, what is it, the banner or whatever that doubles triggered abilities, right? You can double the triggered ability in color if you wanted to, right? But I would say in Necro, we could probably throw in one of those artifacts that doubles the triggered abilities. I think the banner does that, whatever the hell it's called. This thing's insane. This thing's insane. You know, so this is going in the deck just because it's my new favorite card for no other reason. Valgavoth is better, I would say, in some ways, because it does let you play your opponent's cards for life, which is pretty stupid. But building your own army for free, daddy likes. So yeah, so this is the fuckery. 1 demolition field just because they have some kind of creature land they're running you over with. Yeah, we're gonna stop that. And that's only an uncommon, so if you don't have this in your deck, go craft it. Super, super legit. And we got 23 lands, and 3 Coiling Rebirths, and 4 Zombifies. And why do we have Coiling Rebirths in here? Well, I should probably change it, but the Cactuar and the Herald of Eternal Dawn are not legendary, right? So you can actually get 2 copies of those for the price of 1. Couponing, here we come. So yeah, and that's basically, the main thing we're probably going to be doing here, turn 4, turn 5, reanimate Herald, or maybe this, you know, maybe this, right? Whatever you happen to get in there, you can equip it with a Swift Boost so it can be targeted, and you're just going to wait for them to concede. Yeah, and so that's it. That's the fuckery. That's what we're going to do. Save and exit, and that's it. So let's go on and play. I should call it Heads I Win, Tails You Lose, but it's not that tail flip card. But yeah, so we're just calling it You Lose because we're playing the, you know, you can't win card. Oh, my dog's so cool. Every time I sneeze, he runs over and he's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" He's my little friend. So this is okay, but I gotta sit around and wait for a reanimator card, which is kind of scary. But I might be able to get some card draw from the annex, and I do have this here. So yeah, we'll keep it. Why not? A lot of times I'm mulligan a card if I don't have a Zombify in the hand. I'll mulligan the hand and go to 6. But I feel like if I don't mill away all my Zombifies with my Balemercs, we might have a shot here to do something nasty. Flowski is being Slowski. So want to play a game? You throw around these little emojis sometimes just for the lulz. Let's see. What can we get in there? My favorite creature. Let's go. And this game will do that a lot too, right? If you add just one new card to your deck, you'll almost get it almost right away, pretty much every time. Like, it's kind of insane. And the good thing here is, since I did mill that, I don't need to worry about milling with Lily, because I could just say Tifa. Bye-bye. TTFN, Tifa. Tifa Lockhart. Oh no, it's a silly little chocobo. And let's go ahead and put another Nummy in the graveyard and attack their hand. And let's go ahead and get some card draw. Yeah, they're kind of hurting us on the Zombify and the land front. We actually might lose this game. This may be one of those deals where if we can't solo the game with Annex, we might be a little bit screwed. But we got lilies for days. Let's go ahead and kill one.
And you think you can win? Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
And the great thing about the Lord of the Balemerc that I'm sure a lot of you figured out by now is you can keep getting the Lily back over and over again, which is kind of insane, right? Because they think they're going to run me over with their one little chocobo. What I'm going to say is, I'm going to kill your one little chocobo and leave you with no cards. So we go here, we're going to go here, we're going to go here, go that. Lily, 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 my love.
Something suspicious is going on. And for once, it's not my fault.
Tifa, I thought you were out of
Off
here.
you go.
Stop coming back to harass me, Tifa. We ain't having that shit, okay? And I got a 5/5 finally to evolutionary status. Let's freaking go. And Flowski said no ski. We had the worst game of our life, and we literally had Liliana just dominate the game. Like, it's the most ridiculous 3-drop in all of Magic. It's not even close. The second one is probably, crazily enough, stock up. Let's be real. But yeah, Lily, don't play that shit. Alright. Are we ready to get into some more time with the losers? Losers. we got a Zombify, we got a Bitter Triumph, we've got 3 lands, we've got a Fatty. Life's pretty amazing. Now we're probably gonna see some fuckery, right? And hopefully they'll play a creature this turn, which I can kill, so I can zombify. Discard, get that. Get rid of this, and Felicia. My turn. Ooh, this is a tough call, because I kind of need to Swiftwitch out, but they're probably going to be sitting on a counter spell. But let's go ahead and hope we draw a land next turn. That we can do the thing, right? 4 to reanimate, 1 to protect. All I need is a land off the top. You give me a land off the top and we got this locked down like ain't nobody's business. And I hate you so much right now. And I should probably wait another turn, but you know what, if it dies, I'll just Coiling Rebirth when I do get a land, so let's go. Look at the beautiful protection! Oh god, did they not have an answer? Did they really not have an answer to my shit? I bet they're wondering if they can even try to do something on it, if it's gonna fizzle or not. Because I probably would be wondering that very same thing. I am not gonna lie. How does it... Like, I play Magic all the time, but how does this shit work again? Yeah, that's a good question. We don't know how this shit works. We just play and we smash. Math is for blockers, and that's it, right? And now we might be screwed because they're gonna have a buttload of counter spells with a shitload of land, and I have none. This is a problem. I should have waited my couple extra turns, but I don't know how with 24 lands I'm getting outdone this badly, but sure. Let's see if they have an answer again. Tornkvist, please don't have an Anther. Because this says you can't be dealt damage, so if I get the Swift Boots on this, I can just sit here and not do a fucking... Oh my god! That thing can exile my fucking creature? Did it exile it or kill it? Oh, it should have exiled it. Yeah, I think we just lost. Yeah, we just lost. That's crazy. What is that creature? What the fuck does that do? How much does that cost? Oh, it's 7. They had to use all their mana to do it. Wow, that's a wild job. Yeah, getting mana screwed killed us pretty bad. I needed them Swift Boots, so... I wish there was more 4 mana reanimate spells. The fact that there are only 4 kind of hurts. on some level, it might be a good idea to add 4 Besiege the Mirror since we are playing mono black. And then we could just tutor up the other things. But I don't know what I'd really take out for that. But that thought has occurred to me. Because that would basically give us 8 chances to get the 4 mana 1 instead of having... because I could just get rid of the... I could get rid of the other ones, right? But... sometimes being able to play 2 copies of the Herald of the Dawn or the Cactuar is enough. Is there anything we could take 4 of out of here that would allow us to put some Besiege the Mirrors? I don't think that there is. I mean, you need the lilies. You really need this to make sure you have, you know, more filling up the graveyard stuff. And I mean, this is a good amount of fatties, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I mean, that's pretty much our only creatures in the deck except for these dudes, so we kind of need those. So I'm not getting rid of Lily because she solos games. This fills up the graveyard. The Swift Boot protects our fatties. Like, there's not a spot. And it could be like these losers on here make an 800 card deck, but we don't do that on this channel. Yeah, this channel is never going to be successful, and I'm okay with that because I am not like the other streamers who are all PC and politically correct and just super calm. They don't get mad. Shit, I do. Fuck around and find out, you know. The one person who does get mad that I do like is that Villain J. He actually does get pissed off sometimes. He's like, fuck this shit. And I'm like, yes, fuck this shit. I'm with you, brother. Well, we'll keep 3 lands and a Zombify and a thing to fill up the graveyard. Yeah, I mean, can't really ask for much more than that. Lotus drew Arden, which kind of sucks. May just get totally screwed here. Hey! There's... I was wrong. There's Coma. Let's go, baby. War to 3. Makes you an army. Let's go. As long as we draw that land. And we got the Swift Boots. Are you kidding me right now? If we draw a land next turn, this game's already over. Their cute little version of mono red over here. Just because you splash them white and green doesn't mean you aren't one of those people. Show me the land. Don't do daddy wrong. And of course they're not going to give it to me. Why? Because they know if I get the land, they're going to win the game, so they're not going to give it to me. Which is just stupid, but whatever. Because sometimes they do decide you're never going to win, and this could very well be one of those games, so... Wow. See? Look at this. I'm basically up against mono red. Some white red bullshit, and we're already dead. There's no way we're gonna survive this. But we'll see what happens. Normally I would just scoop, but we'll give it one more turn. Because if we can somehow survive and get a land, I can play that and maybe have a chance. There's 2, 4, 6. There's 7 right there. Any kind of pump spell does it. And they're digging for it. You know they have it. That's why they're taking that hour to attack. See, Mono Red's so game. They always do that. It's always them. You know they have it. They're going to sit there and take forever to play their shit. Cause... See, no, there's a difference between me and these fucking Mono Red people. If I have the nuts and I know I've got them run over, I'm just going to click attack real quick, do my shit real quick and be done. I'm not going to sit there for some big dramatic pause thinking, ha 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 ha. No. I'm going to be respectful, hurry up, win the game, move on, and save everybody's time. Mono Red, no, they'll just sit there forever and be like, I'm going to make you wait an hour to see it because I'm a... You know, it's just stupid, you know? That's why I hate fucking Mono Red players. Just need a few white creatures in there, and you're still Mono Red. Anybody runs Monstrous Rage is just, yeah, get out of here. We've got all the stuff here, and my favorite creatures here with the discard outlet, so let's freaking go. Rude, man. How rude are you, rude man?
Fight? And you think you can win?
Look at all this reanimate I got over here.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
That's one of the cool things. You know they have removal. Reanimate. Reanimate again. Reanimate again. Right? Oh my god, there's an otter. How utterly insane.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I didn't mean to do that, so now I've got to get rid of my removal, but that's okay. I actually meant to click the other one, but that's alright. I sure wish I could fill up my graveyard so I could cast a non-creature spell and get me my little army going, but whatevs. You know, this may be my favorite creature, but this may not be the deck for it. Now that I'm seeing it play out in real time, I really... I wish we had a Valgaboth. That was kind of stupid, because now I'm just going to kill it. Oh, never mind. They're just going to kill me. And there you go. I'll actually give them some respect on that one, because you know what? VV's the truth. I'm a VV believer, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't mad at that at all. I've got... Although, they're not playing the infinite mana combo, but it's still pretty sick. I do like me some VV. But the fact that they're flinging at me like a fucking red player makes them just weak as fuck. That's my only problem with them. Oh, we're gonna do fling. But no, I do love VV, so... Gnarls. His name is Gnarls. Hello, Gnarl. No fatties, but at least I got that there, so... If you know, on this channel, we want the fatties. Start attacking the hand.
Something suspicious is going on. We all have things we'd rather forget.
Get any fatties? Give me some fatties. What's in here? They did all that shit and I still ain't got no fatties. Are you kidding me right now, bro? They've only got one card. Go on attack. Let's go on attack.
Drop it.
Oh, I'm glad I got rid of that. Let's go, baby. Why did I get rid of my removal, though? That was pretty stupid because... Oh, they scooped. Never mind. I was going to say I could have killed the Cactuar, or killed the thing, one with the Cactuar, but they just scooped anyways. But yeah, I'm so glad I went after their hand instead of going for the throat. Pun intended. Alright. I'll pull up the deck for a moment here while we pause for station identification. Smoke them if you got them. We'll be back after these commercials. and just to mention, these creatures have haste. So if you bring out 8, these with a couple of, or 5 or 6 of these with a couple of non-creature spells, you're basically talking about like a mobilized 6 creature. It's kind of stupid, but yeah, I love this card. I love it. It's just not right for the deck, and that's just sad. Yeah, and there's no point in avoiding it any longer. Let's put the queen back in her throne. Isn't she pretty? Flying lifelink ward, sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. I mean, come on, 9/9 flying lifelink. The only thing it's missing is a bag of chips, right? So, Dagobah is now back in her rightful spot. Like I said, this, the main thing in here is 3 Herald of Eternal Dawns. Any other fatties you want to include are completely 100% optional. It's all for the fun. If I had for some reason I haven't been drawing like those really cool things like Odin. Maybe when I get paid, I'll pick up some packs or something potentially, because I do want some. I'm just not drawing those big fatty elementals. I have some, but I just don't feel like they're better than what I have now. So. See, this is all good, but I don't have anything to reanimate, and I don't like that, so we're gonna mulligan here. And looky. This is not bad. It's not great. I don't have any way to discard or anything to discard, but we'll draw into it. I have way more chance of drawing into that stuff than I do into the Zombifies, right? And so it's kind of like a numbers game. You see what I'm saying? There's like 7 reanimate spells, there's 10 fatties, So but yeah, we might have a problem here. I really need to draw an Overlord, or I could be in big doo-doo, because I'm still quite a few turns away. Yeah, this deck is... Okay, that helps, but I have no way to get rid of it. Let's just do this, just to... Just because I feel like I might be able to slow him down a little bit. We're done. Yeah, we definitely might be done. It looks like we're in a boatload of trouble here. We'll see what happens. There goes Zombify, and then yeah, now our game's really over, and I might just scoop after this, to be honest. Well, that kind of helped. But, yeah. What am I supposed to do with this? Like this, sometimes this deck just it stalls, but the only positive thing going for me is their shit's stalling too, thank God. Drawing fatties and no discard outlets, and that's it's very sad. And that's game. We're not even gonna wait for this. That's the infinite mill thing with the Tali and all that other shit. Yeah, we're not gonna sit around and wait for that. We know when it's time to move on. We've all seen these decks before, the infinite discover, Yeah, we'll just, I could have waited around and maybe they would have whiffed, but yeah, usually those things every time you sit there and want to wait for them, they just play like 4 dinosaurs and tell you to go suck it, and so, yeah, it is what it is. So, we continue with Asmodeus. 3 lands, zombify. This is the dream. That is the dream. Now we get to play against Game Mono Red. Because, you know. They wanted to do something about making the standard format flourishing. How about doing something about fucking Mono Red? Like, it's just retarded. Wow, did that really just happen? I mean, I got Lily out of the deal, but I literally just milled 3 lands in a row. Like, see what I'm saying? And they quit! 1 Liliana and they quit, and we were literally screwed. That's funny. Well, better lucky than good. He's just gonna play Lily over and over again and win. Which it could have went down that way, but see, what is this? Why do I keep getting like 3 lands in a row or 3 zombified? Come on, man. Like, really, is this what you're doing to me? And now they don't want to give me one at all, but it is what it is. I can discard that, and I do kind of want that. I do need this. I don't want to give up any lands though. I hate getting up the boots, but it is what it is. Now I just need a zombify. Marcia 777. Thank you for that. That was very polite of you. This, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've played this person before, and they're just gonna self-bounce over and over again because they're stupid. See, triple. Like, everything's just triples, man. Like, why? Hush. I think I'm allergic to this self-bounce bullshit. But so far, they seem to be mana screwed and not drawing their... Oh, never mind. Here comes the... I was gonna say, here comes the Kirans and all that, but... apparently they didn't have it.
When I win, you're telling me don't overthink things.
Do your nastiest, Liliana. Because they can sit here and do all their little self-bound shit, but they don't deal with Lily. So what do you got over there? Oh, they're still digging. They're still digging. They're still digging. Let's go! Best 3 drop in standard. Here we go again. Here we go again. We're just gonna play where you can't win. La 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 la. When cards in a library are known to a player, they'll see them face up when browsing that library. Maybe they should make some weird mechanic where like the 25th card in your library is viewable and playable at any time. 2 lands only, which is not great. Couple of fatties there. No way to do anything with them, but I feel lucky. I don't know why, but something's telling me to keep this. I don't know what the heck this name is, so we'll just say, hey Julie, what up girl? What good? And we're gonna sit here all day while Julie decides what she's gonna wear to her date tonight. What? That's all we've got, and that's all we've got. You know, it is what it is. I do like these red and white mobilized decks. They're actually kind of legit, I'm not gonna lie. But we're pretty much screwed. We've pretty much lost. We have no way to discard anything, and by the time we're able to, this game's already going to be over and out of hand. That actually helps a shit ton. Although all I have is a Cactuar. Oh, actually I can double play the Cactuar, which is something. And that's game. That literally saved him. I'm sure some of y'all are probably watching going, we knew what that card did. I don't know. I don't read half these cards. I don't know what they do, and I don't really care. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it, you know. It was my only chance to win the game, and yeah. Hey, they got me, you know. Those mobilized decks are either really good or they're really awful. But they're fun. Yep. Fill the fatties, dump the fatty. Just pray we draw into a Zombify, but we're gonna be playing some life game bullshit, and this is gonna suck probably. These cats. Oh no, they're not cats. Maybe they're humans. 6 cents unhuman. It says unhuman, but they're playing humans. What the fuck? Well, it's a human soldier, so like mixed, right? So if you're like half black and half white, you can be like, oh, I'm white, or oh, I'm black. You can just claim one or the other. No. I don't know, it's just funny though. He does say unhuman, but he's literally playing humans. It's so funny. Y'all see this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 lands and 3 non-land cards. Is that what we're doing here? Is my deck 60% land and somebody forgot to tell me? And I didn't get one single fatty out of all of that. Bruh. Well, maybe they really are unhuman and they died. I hope that was fun for you, because now you die.
A fight? And you think you can win? One of your friends has to leave.
Goodbye, friend. Oh, it's a mill deck? Is that what this is?
We all have things we love.
Let's see if they have removal. I'm guessing they probably do, right? But, you know, go big or go home. Map is for blockers. We ain't, you know, fuck around and find out. As you can see, I'm the very apathetic Gen X. I don't care. I'll be very sarcastic. Shit'll piss me off, and life's not fair. Oh well. Did I play the wrong card and make you cry like a little crybaby? Someone need to call you a wambulance. Oh, you baby can play a card. It's a little late for a ghost vacuum. Just saying.
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
Now, we're probably going to eventually die to removal, but as long as I've got this sitting there, I can't lose. So, and I probably will lose, because it's always these people who want to fucking drag it out for 800,000 years. Oh, they finally give up. Thank Christ. There's nothing worse than these players who are like, I'm gonna take 800,000 years. Ain't nobody got time for that. We gonna do the reanimate. Back to the basic bitch shit. Y'all, a lot of y'all young people don't know, but this was how you played Magic when it first, back in the day. Back in like Odyssey and Invasion and shit like that. That's what we did. It was the reanimation. Even before that, Animate Dead was 2 mana. Where's that card at? Why ain't that shit in Foundations? That would have been fire. The best thing we can get closest to that is a fucking 4 mana sorcery. This is garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. So, we will not keep that. This is pretty garbage too. See, now we got something we can work with. I hate going to 5, but that's actually pretty sick. See, we don't waste anybody's time. That took all about 5 seconds to do all those different actions. Now let's see if we just get mana screwed over here and run over by a bunch of fucking chocobos that don't fly. That makes things easier. Let's go, baby! Booyah chaka! I really need... Actually, no, I'm good. I'm good. Abraxas used to get...
For once, it's not my fault. You won't be outsmarting me. You chose the wrong day to cross me. This isn't how things were supposed to go. Enough with the mysteries. I've come for answers. Off you go.
Alright, so we're back once again. We'll do a couple more rounds of this and we may call her. I need to look at my cards. I need to see how many Ultimas that I have, because I do want to build that Ultima deck. Ultima Flash Speed with the one-sided board wipe, because you give all your dudes indestructible for 2 at the beginning of their turn. Sounds amazing. And I really want to build it. We got the Bitter Triumph, we've got the Zombination, we've got the Herald of Eternal Dawn, we got 3 lands. Let's get her done. Winner, winner, chicken fucking dinner. Hopefully. Hog-O-Ton. Or Hug-O-Ton. What's the matter? You need a hug. Do emoji stuff. Run. BEA Beautiful. We got the boots, y'all. We got the fucking boots on top of everything else. They don't even know it yet, and it's already over. Although I say that now, we're probably going to lose to some fuckery, but right now, they are running a shit ton of counter spells, apparently, which means they're running a super gay deck, so we'll see how this goes. As you can see, they've got all that land and all them cards, and they ain't playing shit. Bye-bye. I have to discard a card. Oh, it's not fair. Oh wait, I don't give a fuck. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And we're gonna do this. And barring a board wipe, this game is over. And if we get a board wipe, then as long as it doesn't get exiled, we'll just play it again. The great thing is, they can bring out whatever they want. I can't lose the game. Okay. And we'll just sit here until they get a board wipe. I get to go sit here and just get to negative life and just watch them do all their crazy shit while I just sit here and not die. If they don't have a sacrifice or a board wipe, then I'm just going to sit here and let them keep attacking and just laugh. Because I'm assuming if they would have had it, they would have played it. It's legendary. You know you're going to lose one now, right? Dummy. And we'll just pass the turn and just sit here and chill. And as much card draw they're doing, they'll just mill themselves out before we lose. So we'll see if they have an answer. We'll just sit here and chill. I mean, maybe they do have an answer, I don't know. This is funny though. They have 2 of those? Oh, they killed my artifact. Yeah, that's game. I think they got me now. I didn't realize that's how that worked, but yep, that's game. Cool. I didn't realize Brotherhood ended. Does that do permanence? Let me read that card, because I don't feel like that's right. Oh shit, they get all artifacts with 3 or less? Okay, I didn't realize that, because no one ever plays that. Wow, okay, no, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. But that was funny. Just sitting there with negative life chilling. Can bring on your army, I can't die. Yeah, it's not perfect, but you know, obviously you're already telling me you should use Perenation. Fuck Perenation. Everybody uses that shit. I'm just going back to the basics. It'll cost you a game every once in a while, but I like cheap and fast. Just get on, you know. Let's move on over to the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. I don't like games. If I want to play games, play 800,000 years, I'd play fucking Commander, but Commander's just fucking retarded. We got this, we got lands, we got the... I'd say this looks pretty freaking sweet. As long as I could... If I don't mill something good with the Overlord, that would be pretty shit. But the one good thing about the Overlord is even if you don't mill a fatty, you have a good chance of getting Lily, so, you know, it kind of works out, balances out, more or less. I think this might be the last one. So, oh, another Boros player. You see my name? Do you think my fucking name? Fuck you and your Boros bullshit. And we somehow managed to stumble ourselves onto another fucking mobilized deck. Dollars to donuts, that's what we got here. And the only thing we fucking got out of all that bullshit was a fucking Overlord. That makes me very unhappy. Yeah, this may be a very quick death for us. If I don't get a discard thing here pretty soon. Now they're probably going to play the Voice of Victory. Because that's what it's supposed to be. Oh, I guess they don't have it. Well, I do need a creature, so fuck it. It is what it is, right? And I get to mill some more for my Quelling Rebirth. Soon if they kill it, I can just get another fatty next turn. Maybe double your pleasure, double your fun. So and there it is. All we money doesn't land, and then they might be in trouble. I don't think they can handle 2 Heralds of the Eternal Dawn. I really don't. So, and they're gonna sit there and not do anything because that's what they fucking do. Let's just sit tight and wait for one more land so I can get the Swift Boots on them. Let me play another Swift Boots just for fun now. Because you know they're just sitting there with 2 removal cards. No, maybe they didn't. If they did have removal cards, they're gone now, but let's just hope I top deck a land anyways. And make them scoop. Oh, I wasn't so lucky. And I'm not risking it. Well, actually, should I risk it? Yeah, because I'll have 2 of them, right? Yeah, I can risk it. Let's give them a card. And, wow, they didn't have an answer. That's how we do it up in here, y'all. I can't believe we finished the game with our games with 2 Heralds of the Dawn, both with the Swift Boots. Now these poor bastards got mana flooded into fucking oblivion, and I do feel slightly bad for them, because clearly this was a mobilized deck of some sort. But yeah, they didn't have it. So. I had some more yummies sitting in there, you know. Well, not a lot, but I did have Coma sitting there waiting to go to the buffet. Alright, kids, so that's it. So yeah, we'll just go and, you know, do a quick recap of this thing. This is it. Nothing fancy here. Just your very, very basic bitch reanimator thing. I think this deck might somehow be more effective with maybe a couple less legendary creatures, but I kind of like the way it's playing out. But yeah, so I mean, we got 4 Zombifies, 3 Coiling Rebirths, free reanimation package, free meal package. You got your Overlords, which give you Never-Ending Lilianas, which is also part of your removal / meal package, and your other removal / meal package. Bitter Triumph. Yeah, so this one and this one are definitely pulling some double duty. He said duty. The one anti-graveyard hate card is just in there randomly. Probably should be a Ghost Vacuum, but I don't know. I like this one. I liked having the 1 extra piece of removal over the vacuum. Although, to think about it though, I probably would have a lot of opportunities to pop off the vacuum if I get it off early enough, because it only costs 6 mana, right? You get 3 or 4 creatures in there, and it could be a fun time, but it's standard and barely anybody plays any creatures to steal anyways, right? So you got your Swiftfoot Boots to protect your Herald of the Eternal Dawn. Right, it's not the only thing that can really, once you get it out there, apparently Brotherhood End and a board wipe is the only thing that's going to get it. So yeah, so a lot of times you'll get these out and put this on there, and then they'll just scoop. Right, and then you got your Valgaboth, you got your Absolute Virtue, which is just a totally insane card, kind of right on par with this. For the NX, which occasionally will solo some games for you, 100%. Got a couple of these Ardens here. So you can get your little, you know, little jumbo cactar out with haste for 10,000 million trillion. Stick it up your pie hole damage. And, you know, one of the most underappreciated, underrated game cards in the game, Coma. 8/12, trample can't be countered, ward 3, and creates 4 3/3s every turn. Like, bruh. But as you saw, I would say we were relatively successful. I mean, I don't know if this is higher than a 50% win rate, but it's definitely at least a 50% win rate. And so, I mean, as long as you've got this, and some fatties, that's all you need, you know? If you can get some lilies, cool. If you can get these, cool. But really, all you absolutely need for this deck is this. You know, this and this, if you have it. Definitely this. You know, get you 7 reanimate cards. You can get Valgavoth's Faithful in there if you want, but it's a creature, it'll probably get waxed. But you can always get some Valgavoth's Faithful as commons, right? This is only an uncommon, so you can craft these. These are kind of important, I'm not gonna lie. You definitely kind of want these, but there's tons of stuff you can put in your deck that isn't rare that'll let you mill yourself. The only reason why this one is really, really valuable, especially in this deck, is because you can get Liliana back forever and just she'll solo games, 100%, right? But you can definitely, you know, get rid of, you know, because you probably have some really good random, you know, even if you don't have a lot of cards, you have a lot of random really good fatties you can just throw in there, just throw in the deck, because you never, it doesn't matter what color the mana cost is, because, you know, we're couponing this bitch. You know, it's just throw whatever fatties you have in there. If you have some Heralds of Eternal Dawn to put the uncommon Swift Boots on, you can easily craft the uncommons, right? And just throw you some fatties in there, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you can replace the bitter, you know, I mean, even the bitter triumphs, even those aren't rare, right? You can replace those, like go for the throat or something. You know, whatever you want to do. But this is it, man. Like, Lily's really, really good. I'd say get her if you can, but if you don't, use some other shit, like maybe some Death Touch creatures or something, but, you know, decks are very finicky. You know, if you don't build them a particular way, it's just not going to let you win, and so I feel like we've got this at about a pretty much a perfect level. I mean, I'm sure we could take out the Swift Boots, maybe add some, you know, Glissas or something in there. I don't know. Whatever the hell you can think of. But this all just seems to, you know, this all seems to work together pretty well. Mill and get back. Discard a mill. Discard a mill, right? And then just reanimate, and win. So, that's it. We'll see. I am curious, though, before we go, after we're doing the recap here, I wonder how many Ultimas that I have, because I want to, you know, I want to really take a look here. Ooh, I know I have at least one, I think. I have only one. Fortunately, thank effing God, this is a rare and not a mythic. But for 5 mana, you destroy all creatures and artifacts and you end the turn immediately. So if we do that, so that's pretty sick. So let's put this down here, and then let's go. Oh god, it's gonna take me forever to find this fucking card. Rare and mythic. It's gonna take me a while to find this. I'm pretty sure it cost 4, so that should help. Let's go over here, go to 4. Is it 3 maybe? Or wait, maybe I just don't have any. Do I not have any of this card? Oh, yes I do. I've got 4 of them. This is the other one here. This is the High-Face Trickster, which everybody's been shitting on is too expensive and not good enough for like forever. But if you have a High-Face Trickster in play, you can do the Ultima as an extra turn. Right? So 5 mana board wipe that gives you an extra turn. You just do it on the beginning of their end step. And where this really gets freaking fire is when you get over here, and we're gonna go there, we're gonna go instant. What? Are you telling me there's not one? Oh. There's only one. Oh, I put it on 4. No wonder. Costs 2, so we can just go there. And then you do this, Dawn's Truce, right? You and permanents you control gain hexproof till end of turn. If the gift was promised, permanents you control also gain indestructible. So for 7 mana, as long as you have this out, at the beginning of their turn, you cast Ultima, or you cast this for 2 to give everything you control indestructible. You cast this for 5 to do a one-sided board wipe, and then you just turn around and you run people the F over. The other thing that I was thinking about with this combo as well, though, because we like to do things fast up in here. I can just get rid of that, but what's this? You could always reenact the crime. To just play to play this for 4, right? You could just ditch it and pay it for 4. Well, it has to go to the graveyard this turn. So the tricky part, and this is what I gotta figure out here, and so y'all can sit here and just kind of go through this with me. Let's go with black. Let's go with creature, because I know there's an equipment, but I believe you can only I believe you can only attach equipment as a. So yeah, unfortunately the High-Face Trickster doesn't give your equipment's flash. Because I had an idea. Because there's an equipment that attaches, and its equip fee is discard a card. That's kind of where I was going with that. But we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to discard. Let's try creature. And I'm guessing there might be some other card in Magic that lets you discard a card at any time for some kind of effect. And I'm sure some of you are probably sitting there going, oh, I know exactly what this is. Sadly, I don't. So we're going to look here. See, that's, you can do it there, but it costs 2 mana. We don't want 2 mana. We're couponing in this bitch. So we're trying to see if we got anything here that has a free discard outlet. I'm pretty sure, I know we have some. Well, maybe we fucking don't. Well, I mean, obviously you could use the. See, the thing is, you could use the Collector's Vault, spend 2 mana and get 1 mana back, but that's just going to make it the same price as it would be, and there's no couponing involved, which is pointless. But maybe you guys can think of a creature that gives you a free discard outlet. Because if you had that, then you could, you know, potentially do the reenact the crime. And, yeah. So no, I guess that won't work. But basically, you just want to put a bunch of shit in there that's going to make you survive a long time. And, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely got some possibilities, though. But I think that's a hell of a good... I think if you're going to play Ultima, that's probably the only way to play it. But even if you don't use Flash, and you just do the one-sided board wipe by making all your stuff indestructible, that ain't bad either, right? And the fact that I haven't seen anybody run that kind of combo is kind of crazy. Because now that I'm thinking about it, that Dawn's Truce card and combined with a board wipe is kind of insane, right? Because for 5 mana, you could do the Dawn's Truce in a split up, right? And protect all your stuff. Or you could do, you know, that 4 mana white board wipe, the Day of Judgment or whatever, right? For 6 mana, you could do a one-sided board wipe. Like, Dawn's Truce is pretty powerful, and I've never seen anybody run that combo, and it seems like it's really good. But I know everybody likes their 3 mana cards. But anyways, that's it. This is it. This is the I win, you lose. We'll try to figure out some more fuckery to run tomorrow, but until then, keep it classy, right?